Welcome to KnicksNow.com. I'm Jonah Ballow with the number 24 overall pick in the 2013 NBA draft. It's Tim Hardaway Jr. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's go back to last night.
Yeah.
When you're watching the draft with all your friends and family, I believe you were in Miami, and number 24 comes up and you finally see your name being called. What was your first reaction?
Thank God. You know, I threw my arms back and, looked up in the air and just was like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. So it was a dream come true. I'm just ready to go to work, and I'm just ready to prepare for this upcoming season. You know,
when I watched a ton of your games at Michigan, obviously your run to the title game was exhilarating to watch what you did there. But you talked about on your profile on NBA.com about growing up and being the son of Tim Hardaway Sr. and sort of the difficulty it was early on, and you matured through that and kind of found your own way. Can you talk about that process a little bit?
Yeah, it was tough. Your father is always trying to get the best of you, trying to get that inner dog in you, just like they did when they were growing up. But growing up, we grew up two different ways. I grew up in Miami, South Beach, lime life. He grew up in Chicago where, crime, gangs, all they knew about was basketball. That's how they stayed out of trouble. So that's, just growing up in two different eras, that's what basically was the difference maker. So he just stopped trying to compare ourselves and just let me do my thing, and he was ready for that, and I thank him for that.
That's an important thing because you look at your style of game completely different, in my opinion, than your dad's, and I like what you bring to the table. I think that's what the Knicks liked, is you're a wing, 6'6", can hit the shot from deep, and played a really nice pace of game. Can you talk about what you accomplished in college and what you learned there at Michigan?
Coach Beeline just taught me how to just be a student of the game. He's definitely one of the best teachers I had and will probably ever have. So, you just are in there watching film constantly, trying to get better on your game, looking at efficiency, see what your weak spot is, what your weak points are, so you could get better at those things. And he just helped me as an overall ball player to just go out there and just be successful.
Now, when you look at this roster filled with Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, Tyson Chandler, Raymond Felton, I'm going to go on and on and on. Yeah. How do you see yourself fitting in with this squad?
I'm just trying to come in here and just be a role player. For now, I'm just going to do whatever I can to help the team win, sacrifice, whatever I can. Just go in this summer league, try to do the best I can in this off season, do the best I can, get better at my weaknesses, and try to get quicker, stronger, faster, and just see where it takes us there.
How much of a benefit is coming off a season where you almost won a title in college, and now you're entering a situation where you're going to be playing for a contender?
Yeah, this is great. Great opportunity. You always dream about playing at MSG and playing with all-stars, and both of those dreams come true after yesterday. So I'm very, very, very blessed and happy with this situation. Now,
Melo sent a tweet out to you last night. What's your reaction, when Carmelo Anthony and all these guys are going to welcome you? What's going to be your reaction when you get to have a chance to play next to a guy who's going to be a future Hall of Famer?
It's going to be great. Like I said, it's going to be a great opportunity. You got to take advantage of it. Once you have veterans like that on your team, you definitely got to ask questions, and just got to see what their input is on things so you can be a better ball player and a better player for the franchise that you're on. So I just can't wait for the opportunity to play alongside with him.
All right, all the basketball stuff out of the way. Give me something I don't know about Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, I like to eat, so I like to walk.
You're already my favorite player on the team.
I like to eat, so I like to walk around and find different restaurants and try different restaurants out.
Any special cuisine?
No, I'm in New York now, so I got to find something new.
Well, the thing is, I think New York has quite a few options.
Yeah, I do. They do. I really like seafood.
Okay.
I love seafood. Sushi is my number one. Just growing up in Miami, sushi's all over the place. So that's what I grew up eating, and I love it.
Fans of movies, music, what's the hot album? We just talked to Iman Shumpert. He's really into the J. Cole album. Give us some pop culture stuff. What do fans need to know about you and your opinions and thoughts on music, movies, stuff like that?
J. Cole. I listen to J. Cole, listen to MMG, Rick Ross. He's from Miami, so
of course, Rick Ross.
So, Miami. Big Sean from Detroit, University of Michigan. So Wale. That's basically it. A lot of old school rappers, Tupac, Biggie. Same old thing.
You like video games? Any 2K
I'm
action?
not really big on video games, but if I were to play video game, it would be FIFA.
Okay, so soccer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I love soccer games, yeah.
How about when you get to see Tim Hardaway Jr. in a video game? You gonna be playing as Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing him and I'm not passing the ball.
You can be selfish on the video game, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Well, we got Dad here, and it's interesting to have you here at MSG Training Center. When you walk through and see your son getting drafted, what's the feeling like for you?
It's a great feeling. I'm happy for him. You know, the process I think has been long, the past couple of months, and glad to see him come to a storied franchise like the Knicks.
You're a scout for a team we can't mention here, but we'll just say, break down his game a little bit. Tell us what your son brings to the table just from a basketball standpoint.
Well, he's an all-around player. He can flat out shoot the basketball. He's an athlete. I think a lot of people didn't really see how athletic he was because of the system that he played in. But NBA is a system that, you know, is wide open, and you just show your athleticism. You just come out here and just play like you really on the street, but you just in a functional place. And I think that he gonna come out here and show everybody his athleticism and show everybody what he can do out here on the basketball court.
As an all-star, as one of the best point guards that's played in this league, what is the biggest piece of advice you can offer to your son entering the NBA and making that next step?
Have a lot of fun. It goes quickly. Be confident and play your hardest each and every game. But have fun while you're out there. That's what it's about, having fun and enjoying yourself.
That's great advice, and it was so fun to bring you into MSG Training Center and the Knicks. We welcome you to the family and can't wait to catch up with you throughout the seasons. We'll be in Vegas, right. Knicks Now, so I'll be stalking you throughout Vegas. We'll grab some seafood or sushi, all right?
Cool. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. There's Tim Hardaway Jr. on KnicksNow.com.